Okay, we are discussing about what's the topic today?
Your smartphone and Gita.
Yeah. So smartphone and Gita. Just keep it aside. So modern civilization is.
I think we can all move forward.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the age of technology and materialism. We have machines all over, and this cell phone, smartphone, this is the pinnacle of technology. Whatever technology you have, whatever science you have, whatever materialism you have, it is in this small device. So if you want to ask, what is your greatest achievement? This smartphone. Because you need computers to make this. Knowledge of computers, knowledge of quantum physics, and then GPS, knowledge of GPS if you have mobile, internet, chemistry, screen, plastic. So all knowledge is used, whatever we have till now in this cell phone. Marketing. To market, you need this. You need finance, Apple, they are big companies. So that is why I kept the name of this seminar, Your Smartphone and Our Gita. The contrast is modern civilization versus Vedic civilization. That's the idea. So what has modern civilization given us? What has this civilization of smartphone given us? Many benefits. For example, you can communicate. Sitting here, you can communicate. You can do. You have so many machines, so much comfort, cars, houses, so many things. No, but it is said that you don't get nectar without some poison. No. So in this material world, if there is some profit, there is somewhere loss to somebody. So although we have some benefits, but we have a lot to lose in this civilization. And we all know this. At least I can think of 7 problems which is coming, which we are all facing because of smartphone civilization. And the first problem is, you waste time. No? I think that's the most important problem. You end up wasting time with your smartphones. You have Facebook, video games. Everybody is playing video games. I'm traveling in aeroplanes and airport, and you see anybody. As soon as they are free, they just get out their phone and they're busy with them. No. But previously, it didn't used to happen like that. As soon as people are busy, free, they used to sit and think about God. Speak about God. Think about some philosophy, wise things. No. So you first waste time, a lot of waste time. And the second thing is, this smartphone has made our lives a lot selfish, no? Because what do we get from this phone? Ads. And what do ads do? They implant desires in us, no? By this, by that. That system to implant desire. And the more desires you have, the more selfish you become. So that's the second harm we can think of, selfishness. And people who are selfish, their bodies might be comfortable, but their lives are messed up. Because if you are the center of your life, selfishness means you are the center of your life, no? And fulfillment desires. And the next person who is living with you, he is also center of his life. Another person is center of his life. So all those centers clash, no? Because everybody has their own interest. So life has become selfish, and also relationships have become problematic because everybody is selfish. Nobody is ready to sacrifice. Previously, if you see, all are Indians know. In India, if you see around 30, 40 years back maybe, females of the house, they were like at least my grandmother. She used to work from morning till night. just for the family, And probably she will not even drink a cup of tea. Maybe in the night somewhere they'll drink a cup of tea, and their whole life is sacrifice for the family, for the happiness of family, At least my grandmother and all these old females, they didn't have a personal life. Is it? Always for children, husband, something is going on. But they're not working for themselves. So families were happy. But what these smartphones are doing, what this modern civilization is doing. So, no work first of all for females. Washing machine. All machines, no work. So what happens, you get a lot of extra free time. Of course, if you're doing job, that's another thing. But you get a lot of free time, and empty mind is devil's mind. Then you go to shopping malls and keep on shopping. You see what is happening. It's a reality. You end up wasting money. Also, you end up wasting time and money. So, and what this civilization has given us? Diseases, food. America is obesity, You want it. If you have all the time in your life, if you are free, then what do you first thing what comes in mind is food. Keep on eating. So many advertisements, pizza, this, that, and you keep on eating. So you end up getting diseases. No matter how much you work out, but still, diseases are increasing, Of body, of mind. So lives have become really complicated because of this smartphone. This phone is not smart, actually. It's smart to ruin our lives. I'm not saying that this is a bad device. You can use it in a good way. It's like I'm using in a limited way. But the point is, it has created havoc in our lives. Nobody is happy. People are not acting. People are reacting. That's what our life has become. We are not leading a life according to our will. We are leading a life due to pressure of society. So this is one thing. You can opt for this if you want. And be unhappy and frustrated and selfish and foolish. This smartphone is also making you foolish. It's not making you smart. It is making you unsmart. You know why? Because what is happening? If you always are with this smartphone, you're downloading things, Continuously we're downloading, One information, second information, third, fourth, fifth, and not processing anything. It's just downloading. You go to Google, so much information here, there, no processing at all. No thinking. No creativity. People have lost their creativity. People are on this phone, there are no games now. People don't go to games. Previously they used to go to games, And people used to do poetry, music. So creativity is over. Nobody is creative. Nobody is thinking. So that is why you don't find any Einstein now. Einstein is gone. That age of Einstein is gone. Where they used to sit and think and meditate on one thing. But there is a lot of distraction. So many things in 1 second, so much data. Mind is overwhelmed. You can't think. If you want to do some work, first step is to close this. Keep this away. Otherwise, you'll not be able to do work. It's distraction, So all these problems are coming with small comforts. That is this civilization. If you want to choose, no problem, you can do. But results are always there with this. We can't avoid results. This is going to happen. But parallel to that is civilization. Some people who believe in Gita. And those who believe in Gita, their life is different. It's different from this life. We were discussing something yesterday about that. But let me show you how their life is different. Great people. It is not we only have to believe in Gita. Many great people in the history, they believed in Gita. And they led their life according to Gita. Now who were they? Let me just open this. Okay, so they were... Yeah, open this, yeah. So, Mahatma Gandhi, he believed in Gita. We all know, he said, when doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in face, I see one ray of hope on horizon and I turn to Bhagavad Gita. So he was not a small person, no, Gandhi. He was a big person. He was an inspiration for Luther, Martin Luther. He was a King Martin Luther. He was also not a small person, at least in America. And these great people followed Gita. And people like us, small people, we think we are smart, no? Because we have smartphones. We are not smart. We are useless. Because if these intelligent people, they can follow Gita and they can make their life and they can change the world, why not we? So this smartphone civilization also making us egoistic, We don't want to listen to anybody. It's happening, no? So we get a lot of information, but no wisdom. Is it? People are discussing back and forth. Okay, this is politics. I read this in Google. I read that in Google. He will say, I read. But then what's the point? Is there any wisdom? No wisdom. Just information. But these people believed in Gita. And Aldous Huxley, he was a human pacifist writer, very famous person. And he said Bhagavad Gita is the most systematic statement of spiritual evolution. You can mark this word, systematic. Bhagavad Gita has nothing to do with religion. If you think it's religion, you're wrong. That is a fallacy which is propagated. It's a propaganda by some pandits in India, some scholars, so-called scholars. These people, this European, I'm quoting European people. I'm not quoting any Indian, by the way. Because you might think we are biased, Anyway, Indians are. So that's why I'm quoting Westerners. And he said it's the most systematic statement of spiritual evolution. It is logical and systematic. If you read in Association of Devotees, I'll show you what is there in Gita. I'll show you in a minute. Henry David Thoreau. Anybody knows this person? American philosopher, American liberalist. He was a liberalist. He said, in morning I bathe my intellect in philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. This Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau, you're all in America. And if you talk to some American, and if you don't know this guy, he'll have problems. Just like in India, if you say, I don't know Gandhi, they'll say you're mad. If in America you don't know this guy, they'll say you're mad. I don't know, how many of you know this guy? You're a student. So you have to know these people. These people changed America. And he used to read Bhagavad Gita. You can imagine? There has to be something in Gita, no? Except some ghanti and puja. Which we are missing in life. I'll show you what is there in Gita. I'll give you some window for that. Humboldt, a Prussian philosopher, he said Bhagavad Gita is the most beautiful, perhaps the only true philosophical song existing in any known tongue. It is philosophy. Albert Schweitzer, a German physician, he came to India and he said Bhagavad Gita has the profound influence of spirit of mankind by its devotion to God. So these are great people. Hermann Hesse. Bhagavad Gita helps philosophy to blossom into religion. Bhagavad Gita is special. All other religious books, they talk about religion. But Bhagavad Gita talks about philosophy behind religion. Because if you read Bible, if you read Quran, if you read any other religious book, they are religious book, but they don't tell why. And that is why people have rejected, Americans have rejected Christianity. We don't want to believe blind faith. So Bhagavad Gita is all about telling you why behind religion. Why you should worship God. Why should I chant holy name? Every sane person needs these answers, You don't want to be blind. So without Bhagavad Gita, if you try to follow Hinduism, you'll be a religious fanatic. That's why people say, this Hinduism, I don't want to follow this. Nothing going. There is no word Hindu in Bhagavad Gita. You read entire Bhagavad Gita. Have you read Bhagavad Gita? I have read. Anybody else have read Bhagavad Gita? Is there word Hindu? No word Hindu. It's not a Hindu book. Bhagavad Gita, every verse is talking about why. Why? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to ring a bell? Why not guitar? There has to be some reason, no? Why do you chant Hare Krishna on Mridanga? There are reasons. These are all reasons provided. Bhagavad Gita is a manual. I'll talk about that. It's a manual. But before that, this verse I found. Vedas also talk about Bhagavad Gita. It's not that Bhagavad Gita talks about Bhagavad Gita. and other philosophers are talking. 𝗪𝗪𝗀, famous, it's 𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪. At least you have heard about that, no? You have not seen those books, but 𝗪𝗪𝗀 says, the fool who wants to attain liberation by constant yoga practice. America is all about yoga, no? So people are doing hot yoga, I don't know, cold yoga, maybe so many times of yoga. Naked yoga, that's America. So, but 𝗪𝗪𝗀 says, fool who wants to attain liberation by yoga practice without hearing wisdom of Gita is fit to be laughed at even by a child. Without Gita, no yoga is going to work. You can make health out of that, that's another thing. Yoga is good for health, exercises. But if you want yoga and if you want to understand divine, mystic or whatever you want to call, without Gita's wisdom, yoga doesn't work. So Gita is so crucial. Even for a Vedic scholar, you need knowledge of Gita. Even for a yoga practitioner, you need knowledge of Gita. A person who is following religion, you need knowledge of Gita. Great people like philosophers, scientists, they need knowledge of Gita. So why not us? Because we don't have time? No, we have all the time in life, but we waste, no? Because of this. What is this called? Smart. Yeah, it's not smart. It's making you fool, that's all. It's making you fool. So what is there in Bhagavad Gita? Now let me tell you. I just told it's an instructional manual. It is a manual. We need a manual. We need a guidance to lead our lives, no? We need a manual for mind, for body, for our lives, for religion, for society. Everybody needs some guidance, no? Without guidance, how can you lead your life? Is there any college which is giving you a manual for mind? Any department? You can go to psychology department, but psychology is not giving you manual for your mind. Psychology, when you go half mad, then you go to psychologist. For treatment, it's not a manual for a normal person. So Prabhupada used to say, there is no university, no department for giving manual for mind. How to think, what to think, why to think. But we don't think all these things, no? We just think. Just think. Think, and the philosophy is just do it. You have heard this? Just do it. You might have heard. Whatever you think, just do it. If it feels good. That's the philosophy. So this is a philosophy of, whose philosophy is this? Just do it if it feels good. Who follows this philosophy? It's a simple question. Who follows this philosophy?
Thomas.
Huh?
Thomas.
Who? Repeat. What? Thomas. Oh, now give me example. Who has this philosophy? Okay, modern people follow this philosophy, but actually this is philosophy of animals. No? Just do it if it feels good. They don't think. Just do it. If you want to bark, you can bark. No? Dog doesn't think, Okay, barking. 24, like in the night, dog is barking, just barking. Whole night. It happens in India, no? Who thinks? They don't think. They can't think. Their philosophy is just do it if it feels good. And that philosophy we have brought from animal word to human word. You know why? Because we are rational animals. According to science. We are nothing better than animals. We are rational animals. We are not humans, no? According to evolutionary theory, we are not humans. We are Homo sapiens. You know this, no? We are evolved from animals. So that evolutionary psychology, we have all those animal reflexes in us. All those animal instincts. And the idea is to fulfill those animal instincts. But that is precisely the point. If you follow animal philosophy, you will become animals. No? And Bhagavad Gita is providing a manual to become human. So it's a manual. Every device needs a manual, no? This needs a manual. This projector. Television needs a manual. So our life should have a manual, no? What is good, what is bad, you should know. What to think, what not to think, you should know. How to behave, you should know. How to talk, you should know. Okay, I'll give you a puzzle. How to talk. Anybody has taught you? How to talk. Any idea, any manual, any guide? Or we just talk? We do like that, no? We just talk. Is it good? Chanakya Pandit has said, think thrice before uttering a word. To think thrice. So people knew how to talk. That's a science which is there in Bhagavad Gita. You read Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter. Krishna is saying how to talk. Gita is not just all about karmanya vadika raste. Forget that. Or dharan samsapna arthaya sambhavami yoge. That's not Gita. That's a part of Gita. So any idea how to talk? What are the rules of talking? So people don't know how to talk. They simply keep on talking and then there are fights and then people get hurt. No, that's that. There 99% of problems in this world is because people don't know how to talk. Entire Mahabharata was because Draupadi said, no, andhe ka beta, andha, blind person's son is blind, and Mahabharata, okay. So words are important. You should know how to talk, okay. Any rules of talking? Tell me. Nobody taught us, no? So Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita. So I am telling you, Bhagavad Gita is important, no? You should know how to do. Simply have to know. If you know, you can apply. If you apply, you will be happy. That's all. But if you say, I don't have time, no, this, then you are loser. God is not loser. So okay, how to talk? Krishna says 4 things you should have. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Vakyam, Anudvekakaram. So whatever you speak, it should be truth, Satya. It should not be false, first condition. And generally truth is bitter. But Krishna says no, it should be Priya. It should be presented in a very palatable way. No, it should not hurt anybody. It should be truth, but it should be at the same time palatable. Because generally palatable things are not truth. And generally truth is not palatable. No? If you want to please somebody, you flatter. You don't speak truth. And if you speak truth, you can't really flatter him because you're speaking truth now. So, but Krishna says you have to. You have to learn how to speak truth at the same time, present in a very, very interesting, very palatable way. No, just like I am speaking truth, but you don't feel bad. I've just told you you're all animals. Do you feel bad? I've told you already. But nobody understood. Nobody felt bad. Okay, we are buying an animal philosophy. That's how I told. So truth, palatable, satyam, priyam, hitam, and it should be beneficial to other person. It should not be just truth and pleasing, and it's not for benefit for anybody. You just give a lecture and some information. It's nice. I mean to say, I could have spoken about history of America. So it's truth. It is nice, but absolutely not beneficial for anybody. What do you have to do with that? You can say nice lecture, but then it's not concerned with my life. History of America, what? So it should be beneficial. And anudvekakaram. And it should not give anxieties to other. It should be spoken in such a way so that he can apply in his life. It should not be in such a way. Your words should be not in such a way that it doesn't relate to him. You give him some instructions which he can't do. What's the point, no? So that often happens with all of us. We say to other person, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. And when he doesn't do, why didn't you do this? No? You get frustrated, no? Even children, husband, wife, no, why didn't you do this, why didn't... But the point is, you have to understand what is that person's limit. There's a limit. Probably he can't do. But still you are after him. So these 4 things you have to learn. There is science of speaking. That's in Gita. Is it important or not? Tell me. Is it? I know. But the unfortunate position is nobody told that all these things are in Gita. Our grandmothers told, worship this book, this Gita. Gita is teaching you how to do your job nicely, be a good person. That's all. No, it's very general instruction. God is, you have to worship. There are so many things. If you are not gentleman, you can't worship God. You have to be gentleman, no? You can't be a stupid person and at the same time be called as devotee of God. So, that is why Gita is instructional manual. Okay, what else Gita has to teach us? Gita is manual for matter. First we encounter with matter, no? Matter means table, chair, cars, everything is, our body is matter. So Gita is helping us to understand what is matter. Now how do you understand matter? Science is supposed to understand matter, no? Laws of physics, laws of chemistry, laws of maths, that is science. Gita gives a definition of science. This beautiful definition from 13th chapter, 5th verse, 𝗪𝗂 𝗪𝗏 विनिश्चितः. What I am impressing on you, the fact is that Gita is having all knowledge. Whatever you require to become happy and peaceful and even advanced. You need science for advancement, no? So Gita is telling what is science. Science is cause and effect. Simple. What is science? You see something and you question why it is happening. No? So moon is rising and setting. Or sun is rising and setting. So somebody questioned why it is happening. And then came Copernicus and he said actually sun is not revolving, earth is revolving. It seems that sun is rising and setting. No. So he saw an effect and he found a cause. That is science all about. Actually beautiful definition. We read definition of science in our schools as observation. You know science definition of science, what is that?
Basically conclusions drawn by observation.
Okay, yeah. Observation, hypothesis, experimentation, and then theory. We read that, no, in childhood. But now definitions are changing. Because many things in science you can't observe. Can you observe electrons? No. So that definition is out of the picture, which is called Baconian method. Francis Baconian, he gave this method. You can't observe, so you can't do science. So definition is changing. Modern definition of science is this definition, which was given by Krishna 5,000 years ago. Science is cause and effect. This is what Thomas Kuhn said. He was a big philosopher. He said this is science all about. And from where they got this idea? Gita. I just told you. Many big scientists and philosophers, they read Gita. They read Gita to get fresh ideas. Einstein had his full library full of Upanishads and Gita. Those people, this book will give you ideas, fresh ideas every moment. Every moment. If you read this book. That is instructional manual for matter. Instructional manual for mind. Now, what do you do with mind? Krishna says in 6th chapter, 5th verse, one must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. Mind is a friend of conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Such a beautiful insight. Mind is your best friend and best enemy. How can it be both? Can anybody tell me? It's a best friend and best enemy. What does Krishna wants to say? Tell us. Any insight?
When you do good things, it will be your friend, and when you do
Okay, good. Let me define it. A trained mind is a friend. An untrained and wild mind is our enemy. That's what Krishna is saying here. A mind which is trained according to manual of Gita, that's friend, that will help us to raise our consciousness, to be a good person. An untrained mind which doesn't have knowledge of Gita, doesn't have manual of Gita, that will harm us. It will take us down. It will take us more into animalistic life. It will take us more into frustrations, depression, anxieties. That's going to happen with all of us. So, this is instructional manual of mind. Krishna is telling, train your mind. Just like you train wild animals. You have to train or tame your mind. You can say tame your mind. By the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Instructional manual for intelligence. We have body, mind, intelligence. Gita is providing instructional manual for intelligence. There are so many questions we should ask. These are the questions we should ask. If you want to ask any question. What is source of knowledge? Who am I? What is purpose of creation? What is meaning of life? You know, there's a philosopher you might have heard. Ludwig Wittgenstein, you have heard about him? Ludwig Wittgenstein, famous philosopher. He said there are just 2 questions which are meaningful. All other questions are meaningless. First question is, what is life? Second question is, what is meaning of life? That's all. All other questions are irrelevant. All philosophers have come to this conclusion. All other questions are just, you have heard that jugaad? You have heard that word jugaad? You know this? Just to live, that's all. All other questions are just some kind of, just to be alive, that's all. What should we buy? What should we eat? What should we take? How much is money? This, blah, blah, whatever. Whatever list you make, it is all just to keep your soul and body together. No? Roti, kapda, makan. Iske liye hai na? But it doesn't help you. But just merely to be alive doesn't make your life meaningful, no? That doesn't make your life meaningful. You're alive, that's all. So these are 2 questions we should ask. What is meaning of life? What is life? Why there is sufferings? How to become free of sufferings? How to become happy? Eternally happy? These are good questions. Don't you feel, all of you? These are good questions which we should ask, discuss. These questions are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. So instructional manual for intelligence. Instructional manual for body. You want to be healthy? Okay, Krishna is giving you some hints how to be healthy. If you want to be healthy, you don't need to run, jog, no need. Seriously, I'm telling you, no need to do jogging, yoga, health, gym. Simple technique. If you want to be healthy, he who is balanced in habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work can mitigate all pains by practicing yoga system. Yoga is all about balance. It's not about exercises. Understand? This is, if you ask any Ayurvedic doctor and ask him what is one word for Ayurveda, what he'll tell? Balance. Anybody knows Ayurveda here? Kapha, Vata, Pitta, you know all this, no? So Ayurveda is about balance between 3 doshas. Kapha, Vata, Pitta. Ayurveda is about balance in your habits of eating, sleeping. This is how you can remain healthy. Simple. Discipline is key to success. So you just need discipline. But if we are doing yoga and we are doing all those things, that's not bad. Hare Krishna, but this is bad. To stop this. These houses are big, but
Maybe some of them can sit there so that we can listen.
you can hear me? Yeah. Behind? Yeah. Okay. So all these exercises and yoga and gym are not bad. But the point is, without balance, you'll not be healthy. You can't be healthy. It's impossible. So you have to sleep at proper time, get up at proper time, eat at proper time, discipline time. Our elders used to tell this, no? Everybody used to tell this. This is very common sense knowledge which used to come from Gita. And if you simply do that, you will be healthy. No need to waste time in gym, running on that stupid... What's that? What is that? You can run in park, that's better. At least you'll get fresh air, no? In a house you're running on that. And, it's just waste. So, I mean to say, even in spite of so much yoga, so much workout, so much jogging, there are more cancers, more health problems now. Previously you used to hear health problems. I never heard. Grandfather, grandmother, even if they're taking so much ghee, but still they were healthy. If you talk fat and glycerides and whatever. And I can tell you all these things because I was a doctor. That's why I can tell you all these things. And I know what's this all about. So discipline is balance. This is beautiful thing. Everybody in universe is balanced. Birds are balanced, no? They go in morning, come in evening. Hen, automatically they wake up at, everybody knows, no? They wake up at 4:30. And people hen is a natural alarm, no? They used to, kukuduku they used to do. Dogs are balanced. They have their own heat periods. They have their own eating cycles. They eat properly. cows, animals, fishes, everybody is balanced. All animal world is balanced except humans. That's a problem. We are highly unbalanced species. We do whatever we want, whenever we want, wherever we want. And definitely you'll become sick. How can you expect healthy life? It's not possible. And healthy body has sound mind. Unhealthy body has disturbed mind. And if your mind is disturbed, then your soul is disturbed. And if your soul is disturbed, you are frustrated. In spite of all comforts, you will not feel happy in your heart. You'll not feel, no? You'll feel something is problem, with me. Something is problem. Instructional manual for religion. Beautiful definition of religion given by Bhagavad Gita. I told you Bhagavad Gita is not sectarian. So we have body, intelligence, mind, and then you have religion. See, these are the most important things to all of us now. Body, intelligence, mind, religion. Religion is a part of life. Krishna gives a definition. Swabhav adhyatma uchyate. 18 chapter 3rd verse. Krishna doesn't say religion is Hindu, Muslim, Christianity. He says changing one's nature is called religion. Any religious practice which doesn't help you to change your nature, that's not religion. That's rituals.
Change in the proper direction, not in wrong side.
Yeah. Changing one's nature, yeah, that's assumed. Yeah, I think we are assuming here. 18th chapter, a change in proper direction. So people worship, people do all rituals, but same people, no? Same anger, same nature. What's the use of following religion? So all religion are good, provided they help you to change your nature from bad nature to good nature. And that is explained in 13 and 14 and 15 chapter. It's already explained. That's why Krishna is saying changing one's nature. It is assumed that you have read Gita. This is 18 chapter, no? So it is assumed, okay, changing one nature from bad to good. That is religion. Good definition, no? So if you meet a Muslim, you don't need to tell him, okay, read Gita or change to Hinduism. Why? Or Muslims, they don't have to tyrannize, no? Terrorism, ISIS, will kill everybody who is not Islam. They're all fools. You don't understand. If you meet a Muslim, tell him, okay, read Quran properly, follow Allah, and be a good person. That the effect of your following your religion will be, you will develop good qualities. Otherwise, it's waste. Either you become Muslim or Hindu, you're the same person. It doesn't matter. So I told you, Gita is talking about science, laws. It's not talking about religion. It's talking about why religion, not what is religion. Why religion? Why we have to follow religion? It changes nature. That's where I started Bhagavad Gita. Then what else is important to all of us? What is important? Body, mind, intelligence, religion. What is important? Society. We're living in society now. So Gita provides instructional manual for society. Chapter 16 is all about how to regulate society. So what is society? These are three things in society, that's all. Achar, Vyavhar, Prayashchit. Personal conduct. You should know how to behave with people. That's society. Social norms and civil laws. You should know how to regulate society. And punishment. Entire 16th chapter is devoted to these three topics. Instructional manual for society. Principles. Gita is not talking about details. You will not find finances in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is talking principles. Understand principles, develop details yourself. No problem. What's happening? Instructional manual for soul. Last is soul. And what Krishna says, we all have souls, no? What is soul? Krishna says, 7th chapter, 1st verse, Maya Sakta Mana Partha. By practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubts. The soul's duty is to worship Super Soul, is to worship God. That's manual for soul. And life, we are living now. Instructional manual for life. Gita is instructional manual for your life. First 6 chapters are talking about karma yoga. Karma yoga means values in life. We all need values, no? Good values. That is karma yoga. And last 6 chapters, 13 to 18 chapter, they're talking about Gyan Yoga. Gyan Yoga means knowledge. You need some. I explained knowledge. What is manual for mind, body, intelligence? This is all knowledge. And with middle 6 chapters, 7 to 12, they are Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means happiness. You're connected with God. God is happiness. So you become happy. These 3 things we need in life, no? We need values. We need knowledge. We need happiness. Anybody can deny that? Everybody needs that. And Gita says, you have all these things. Krishna says, I'll teach you in Bhagavad Gita all these things. And you take good values, knowledge about God, become happy, and use those things to develop love for God. Attach yourself to God. This is what is life all about. That's all. Life is their goal of life is to understand God, develop love for Him, and go back to Him. Simple. That's why we are born here. We are not born to become scientists, engineers, doctors. That's our agenda. That's not agenda of God. That's why He didn't send you. There's a joke. One person, he died and he went back to God. So God asked him, did you drink wine? He said no. Did you see internet? No. Did you went to malls? No. Then God tell, then what did you do? Go back and enjoy. As if He sent us to do all these things. We have to ask Him why He sent us, no? We can't make our own plans. You can't go to company and start doing whatever you want. You have to ask the boss, what do you want from me? So you can end up getting profit to your company. But if you don't go according to plans of your boss, what will happen? You're fired, no? You can say, well, I made a profit for a company, but I didn't hear you. But boss will say, well, then get lost, Then get lost, You have to hear me. So the point is, we can get profit for our lives. We can lead our lives according to our plans. We can make it comfortable. We can do whatever we want. But if we don't hear God, we are fired. We will have problems in life. So, that's why please read Bhagavad Gita. My request is, read Bhagavad Gita and your smartphone, keep it little aside. No? Use what is required. Whenever you are free, don't take out smartphone. Take out Gita. So we have brought Gita also with us. If you don't have copy of Gita, please buy one. Keep that with you, just like you keep this smartphone. And whenever you are free, take out Gita and read that. And learn things. Don't de-learn things by this stupid phone. Otherwise, it's all waste of life. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for listening. Any questions anybody want to ask? I'll stop here. That's all. No questions? You're like so dull people. What's happening? No good audience.
See, especially while reading the Gita has a lot of, if you want to read Gita book with having a limited knowledge itself.
Bhagavad Gita, many people are becoming devotees just by reading Gita. And I'm not talking about intellectuals. I'm talking about old women, grandmothers. In India I'm talking, not even Americans. I distribute Bhagavad Gita and many village females, they read Gita and they become devotees. Of course, that's the point. It is always good to have association. It is always good. So then you can penetrate. Just like I'm explaining so many things. If you read yourself, you will not be able to make out head and tails what I've talked about. You can't take all this information out yourself. So yes, Bhagavad Gita is a little difficult, but something is better than nothing. At least we can have Gita and start reading, no?
Yeah. My question is Prabhupada's group, can they really change I'm not asking to change the core concept, at least they can bring it to a lower level where the common man can really quickly understand it. See,
yeah.
Sanskrit, am I right? Because Sanskrit is not our native language.
So we should not read Sanskrit, it is translated in English, no?
In English, am I right? But still the words being used,
I mean to say that's why I've written this book.
Okay.
Crazy Ideas.
Okay.
So it is Gita summarized in systematic form. What I was talking, instructional manual for mind, intelligence. I've just given you a spiritual window there. But I've put in a very systematic form here from Gita. So after reading this book, when you read Gita, you'll be able to understand it. Just like that's what you're talking about. So we are writing. We can't change that book of Prabhupada. That will not be a gentlemanly way. So what we do is we write books from Gita, small books. Other devotees are writing to help common people to get entrance into that. We're doing that, trying.
Also, we have a discussion group. We meet every week. So we discuss, and that's the whole purpose of.
When we have?
Every Sunday we have 4 p.m.
Every
You guys do satsang as like taking a couple of slokas and you just Swami on it, or just
please come.
Slokas to discuss. As I said, how can every common can understand.